Do you have your script pulled up, John?
Do I have my script pulled up? I don't need a script. Why? Some bitch. Watch. All memory. One go. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the TopCup podcast, a weekly conversational podcast where two buds get together and talk out their butts to fill your cups with a little bit of that. What's it called? Quarantine content. That's what it's called. Gonna remember the
Quarantine
word.
content.
Funny
Quarantine
me.
content. Yes.
Funny me. I am your host, John Ovius, joined by my co-star, Daniel Arroyo. Daniel Arroyo, take it away.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
All right.
ooh,
And this has been the shortest episode of the Top Cup podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. You just had to show up. Huh? Oh yeah, see, even Brianna over here is asking where it's hers. I agree.
We'll explain the situation later.
I'll explain it later. Anyways, if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, it's over here on the YouTubes. Consider
YouTubes.
subscribing, hitting that notification, dropping a like, all the stuff. But if you don't want to see our faces, seeing our faces, then maybe you want to just hear us. You can find us on all audio platforms, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Who cares about the others? There you go. But anyways, other than that, yeah, you can follow us on there. And if not, I will. GG.
GG, bro.
GG, bro. Okay, see, there you go, Daniel. How did I do? Right? What did I miss? Nothing.
Your the contents of the cup was a little shoddy, but other than that, you did fine.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Look, okay, I couldn't think of anything, right? Like, I'm just like, I don't know. Everything's so ass backwards this time. All that. I don't fucking know. I don't know, man. This quarantine be hitting differently. 2 weeks.
Hey, it's my mug.
Months. Is this one yours?
Yeah, that's my mug. My grandma gave it to me full of candy.
Oh, okay. Jeez, I was about to get really worried here. It's like your grandmother gave this to me. I was about to be like, fuck, okay, I guess I'm not keeping this mug anymore.
My grandma's house almost burned down the other night. Crazy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're just getting into it, my aunt died. Yeah. Get fucked. I can one up you.
Oh, man.
God.
God, I want soda. Ugh.
Have you not been drinking soda? You've been drinking water?
No, I've been drinking soda, but I just want one right now. You're making that look real good. What is that? Root beer?
How'd you know? Oh, wait, because I've been drinking it. Like, from the bottle for the past hour. That's probably how.
I can taste it through the pixels.
I was like, damn, he knows the shading and everything.
He knows his colors, man.
It's like, no, you don't get it. Root beer has a little bit of more auburn in it than Coke does.
That's a mug root beer.
It's like, what is that, caramel number 2? Or is it whenever you get those artificial flavors or the red dye coloring? It's like red dye 3 or whatever. It's like,
that's a red H4 there.
You're really into it. Anyways, Daniel, how's it going? How have you been?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Still really loving my LED lights. I've been finding so many uses for them. Mainly to set the mood for when I'm playing games.
Oh, okay.
and or watching movies. Last night,
right.
I made Alma a margarita, and we watched the show, and I set the lights to lime, and it fit perfectly.
Lime.
And we ate pizza.
I think that's what this is called. And like on mine, cause like mine don't always go by their right color names. So
Mhm.
I just wing it half the time. Or at the very least, like a
Wing it.
color is not as saturated as you think. Like I would ask for pink, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like you would think like from like the lightest of light to like the really dark saturated, it would be like there, you know? No, it's like right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, that's not the color I want. I want pink. So I bring it down and then it's just like hot pink or verbatim. It's not verbatim. Verbatim's like a weird lavender looking color, but you get the idea. I don't know why. It's like
Remember when
that's
we discovered Magnolia last episode?
dude. Magnolia is so nice. Magnolia looks so good, huh? Okay,
It's a
Google, set
nice
the lights
color.
to Magnolia.
You are the worst type of person.
Anybody
It is a nice
watching,
color though.
it is a nice color. Anyone watching that just got your lights changed, if you are even privileged enough to have lights such as mine or Daniel's, I guess, because Daniel can do the same. You're welcome for that. I'm not even sorry that I set off your Google Home. This is a nice fucking color. You are welcome. Thank me
Very
later.
nice color.
Thank me later. But yeah. Anyway,
But yeah, no. Other than loving my lights, finding different uses for them. I really would love to get more lights.
right?
Cause I don't know, man. Lights are cool. I like lights, especially when I'm playing games. I mean, I posted a picture on Instagram of when I was playing Control. That game is very red heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, like it's very blue and gray when you're like walking around the building and stuff. But when you start encountering like bigger like threats and stuff, it's very, very, very red heavy. So I just put my lights on the deepest red I could, and it just felt so good. It felt so good. I see why streamers do it. I really do.
Um,
Uh,
I want to get what do you call it? That's Synergy. I don't know. Every brand has a different name for them. I think
oh,
Synapse is like the Razer Chroma one. I want to get the
uh-huh.
one where it's like it knows what's on your
The
screen.
color.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
knows the screen and it goes by that. So that way, like, yeah, if I'm playing, I don't know, Minecraft. Let's go with like something that's a very saturated color. I'm in the
Mm-hmm.
desert. It's gonna be like a yellow, warm white. I walk into like a rainforest biome. Everything's gonna go really green. You know, I want that. I
Mm-hmm.
want that. I think that would be amazing. I can see it. I can see some people getting it or seeing it. They'll be like a little distracting. But I think
Mm-hmm.
like for the most part, I think it would be cool. Yeah, I've
Piece
always that's what I've always wanted, but
of lint.
I need to get like three things. Like technically, I have all the lights that can do that, but I need
Mm-hmm.
to get a hue bridge. I think it's called, and then I need
Yeah,
to
it's
connect
like
it.
a weird, it's weird like central brain for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
And of course, since it's huge, stupid expensive.
yeah. Well, it's 40 for $50.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, it's not
it's
bad, I
like
guess.
$80 or $90 if you get the bridge with four lights that come with it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying I'm at my Target because apparently we have them. We don't have we don't have the individual lights for sale in the light aisle with all the light bulbs. You have to actually go to like the electronics section. That's where you find everything.
I mean, that's weird, but I get it.
Yeah, right? Because they're like smart lights. They're not just regular lights.
Yeah, it's like more advanced technology than a
Mm-hmm.
light bulb.
More advanced.
Yeah, I mean it is. I mean,
Like
lights
some
are
mysticism
technology,
ass kind of shit.
mystic technology. But yeah, man, yeah, streamers, they've been a very strong influence on my technology life recently. I see some people and like it starts off with an LED light bulb, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a light bulb that changes colors, much like yours in the background there, off screen,
I
which
look
probably the best.
there's a color that it's set to, and now I just really want it. It's called Han Purple.
Han purple.
Ooh, this is
It's weird.
electric indigo. I kind of like it. Anyways, but
Neat.
yes, you were saying.
Anyway, yeah, it starts off with with a little light bulb, you know, just one light bulb. Like you've seen it in earlier episodes. Like I just have the lamp like right there with the LED bulb, and it's whatever. It's cheap. You can get one for like $12, Amazon.
Mhm.
Sometimes they come with a remote and shit. But then see these,
Them
and
strips.
you're like, son of a bitch, I have to get light strips.
Okay, Google.
And like we may have discussed before, my borders are just
That's the
like
light.
built to hide this, so you can barely even see them. And it's great. The light's great. The way my ceiling curves, fantastic. Now I just need to get some for behind my
Couple
couch,
nice leading
around
ones.
my backpack, around my door, around my keyboard, around my microphone, some on my my earphones. I need to get an LED new cable for my
Daniel,
headphones.
there is
What?
a thing such as too much RGB. I know you're getting into the world, and you know it's a wild world. Everything looks like it could just, you know, you look at it and like you could use a light, and you could use a light, and you could, but not everything needs a light, Daniel.
Hey man, I have an entertainment center. I have the back of a TV.
It reminds me of like John's. Okay, like again, this is coming from a person where like let's see, I have my I have my mouse. It's got a light. This mouse, it has a light when, you know, in use. See, there you go. It has a light.
I have my Razer keyboard, but
I
I never use it.
have my Razer keyboard with the light. I have, there are a lot of things.
Shout out to my homie Victoria who gave me the Razer keyboard for
There
free.
are like a lot of things that I have.
Sorry, Victoria, I don't use it.
Yeah, I have this other Razer keyboard. It's not plugged in, but it has lights.
Yes, nice.
A lot of things, Daniel, in life have lights. But one thing,
such a thing as too many lights. This is what you're saying.
But one thing that I don't understand, and I will say this, and I'll fight with it, fight till this day, is lights on fucking headphones. I don't get them. John has headphones. They're the Logitech G, whatever fucks, who cares? And he has like his lights right here, and I'm just like, you can't even see that. You can't, at least when I look down, like I can see the lights on my mouse and on my keyboard. It makes sense. Like I'm like, it's dark. I don't know if I'm hitting the WASD key or the sad W key, but then like they light up and I'm like, I see you and I click you. But like, what? I don't get it. Whatever.
But you know that they're there, John. Doesn't matter if anyone else knows. You know.
I guess.
You know that they're there.
I get it. You know, when you're streaming, it's aesthetically pleasing. You got the colors, you got the lights. But unless you're doing that, like, why do you need them? And like, who in reality, who's going to use them? Yes, I know as of right now, I'm being recorded and I know that this image is being picked up. So if I had colorful lights, it'd be working. But it's not all the time. And it's not everyone, okay? That's what I'm getting at. You don't need RGB lights. You are better than this. Yes. All of you. All of you that were just pointing to yourself. Yes.
You see, John, that's where I had to disagree with you. I am definitely not better than this. I like my lights. They look cool. And this it's coming from a guy that hates the light on his fucking Xbox controller because it's blinding when I'm trying to play games at night.
I used to have,
but yet I'll have my fucking LED lights on. I mean, they're not blinding. I can make them soft. I drop them down to 1%. But
I remember when I used to have
like the tape on it,
the gaff tape or whatever, the little electrical tape on my controller and on my Xbox, because I was just like, I don't, you're playing like Lara Croft, whatever, something dark, something moody, and you look, you just have this light staring at you the entire time, and you're just like, this sucks, dude. Okay. Brianna's been watching one of her YouTubers, right? And they've been playing Alien, and I really want to get her to play Alien, maybe on stream or maybe just for herself. I think on stream would be really good.
Stream would be awesome. Yes, get her to play Alien on stream. That'd be great.
But like the best thing is that obviously there's so much you can't
buy a Kinect, John. Buy a Kinect. Buy a Kinect so she can go hard on it.
Like, and like with like these, with like with a little bit better soundstage, than like these, I think it'd be really cool. But there's some things, you just realize the bigger people have it better. So what he did was for his stream, he made it so that way, whenever someone would do bits, donations, sub, or whatever, instead of it being a normal sound, it'd be like or like something like some like think of like very
Some
obvious horror
uh
noises, like jump scare audio noises. Think that. That's what he has it for. And this entire time he's just trying to play Alien, and these are going off. And all you need to know is he hates scary games, which makes everything so much better.
God.
And I'm just like, I want to do that with Brie. I think it would be hilarious. I think honestly, any one of us, I think it would be great for.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we're not particularly big streamers, so we don't have a lot of people sending in bits and donations and all the jazz to like set things off. It would just be like, I don't know, one person standing next to someone with like a little keypad or something that just like clicks it every once in a while to set off the effect or something. That's like the only thing I can think of, which is a little, it's cool, but it's not the same, And I want it to be the same.
It would be really fun, and I would love to do that. And I mean, recently it's been very hard since we've been separated, and we can't hold each other anymore in the grasp of undying love and friendship. But actually, I now have the power to stream, John,
Do you
because
know?
I asked Joel if I could have the Elgato that he had, that our OG Elgato, because I like to recycle.
The old sad one that's like can barely push out 1080p or whatever.
The one that we paid for, John.
Hey,
Yes, the one that we paid for and I never got to use.
if it gets the job done.
So he brought it to me out of nowhere yesterday. I didn't expect him to do it, but it was nice to see him in person, which is really, really good. It was only for like 30 seconds, but it was fun. Anyway,
Damn, social distancing's got us like loving everything. It's like I saw him. He was out the window.
Swear to God, I saw him. You gotta believe me, John. Anyhow, no, because I've honestly been thinking about streaming, and the other night mm, mm. um so the anniversary of my sister's death was a couple days ago.
It makes me feel depressed. Whatever. You know what? You know what? It was my aunt's death. So
Death, actual death.
it was her first death. Okay, so you know what?
It was her first death. Wow, John. Wow.
Why do I talk?
I don't know. Anyway, that day
Like,
I decided I decided to play the original Super Mario Bros.
Okay.
And because my sister used to love that game, and she used to borrow my Super Nintendo just to play it for the weekend, and so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna finally play through this game.
Yeah.
And I beat it for the first time, and I was like, wow, that would have been really fun to stream. I don't know how lax Nintendo is about streaming their games anymore, but because I know they used to be real pain in the ass about streaming Nintendo games, but that would have been really fun just to play OG Mario Bros. And just have people just sit and watch along. And I was like, that would have been really fun.
Mhm.
And then, excuse me, next day, Joel just showed up and he called me. He's like, hey, where you at? I was like, just chilling, doing nothing.
Where you at? I don't know. Same place as I have been for the last 2.5 months, Joel.
Same whole depression, just in a different corner.
Jesus.
But no, he's like, hey, what you doing? And I was like, nah, nothing much. He's like, okay, cool. So I brought the Elgato. I was like, okay, whatever. So I went outside, grabbed the Elgato, said hi to him, did this between the gate, so we didn't touch. The sexual tension was.
If you guys had like a bucket of hand sanitizer and like dip your guys' hands in it and touch, is that okay?
I think if we wear gloves, it's fine.
Then you don't
And
get the
we just
skin
take
on skin contact.
I mean, there's like a thick ass layer of hand sanitizer in between. There's,
But you still feel it.
whatever.
It's like having lube on. You still feel the shit. Slightly greasier and a little slippier, but you still feel it.
So now I have the ability to stream.
But with a condom, you can't.
No, with a condom, I can't stream. There are rules, pretty strong rules on Twitch. But yeah, no, I have been thinking about how I want to do things, and of course I want to be able to have my lights, but my TV is over there. My couch is right here facing my TV, but I am facing a wall right here. So if I were to set up streaming, like I would kind of have to be like this,
Right.
And hopefully I have a long enough cable for the Elgato to connect to my Xbox, or I might have to move my Xbox. Then I have to have the long enough HDMI cable, and it's a whole bag. It's a whole bag, John. So I might have to invest in a separate camera now, in a new webcam, which kind of sucks because the one that I want, the one that pretty much everybody has, the Logitech one, is like $200.
Camera,
So-
you say?
I mean, if you want to let me borrow the fucking camera, John, and then you're just gonna get another one, then do it.
No, that's
Then
it.
do it. I'm gonna have to.
That's
I'm
almost
gonna take a cam
exactly.
link.
That's almost exactly what I wanted to do. I told Brianna, I was like, "Hey, Bri, how would you be like? How opposed are you to the idea of me getting a new camera and then like letting Daniel use this camera?" And then she was just like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay." Well, she was like, "Well, wait, why are you giving Daniel your camera?" And I'm like, "No, I'm letting him use it as like a company expense." And then she said something else, but I forgot. I don't know. But that was my idea. I was like, it would bring up this production value, I'm just saying. And what's the worst that can happen? Once we come back, we have two cameras.
Two cameras.
Different angles.
We have a wide and a one.
Mm-hmm. And if we really
how we gonna run that? No idea.
I can run it. I have a cam link and I have capture card. The capture card doesn't need to, it doesn't. The latency is more for streaming, because there's a higher latency on that capture card than on the cam link. That's for streaming. If it's just for recording, you don't need to worry about that. We just time everything, done. That being said, maybe get a GoPro for like a wide, and then have the cameras for like a intimate.
Sorry, I'm having a side conversation with Brianna about her shirt.
Wait, what the fuck, Bri? Why are you distracting my co-host?
No, I messaged her.
You son of a bitch!
I want to get this figured out. Anyway,
I'm feeling attacked.
Yeah, John, blame the woman.
Look,
you goddamn misogynist. I thought she was gonna say you don't even deserve me.
Oh,
so I say fuck.
Damn, that's okay. Alrighty. Anyways,
having a camera would be very good for, of course, recording, because it would just up my production value. Like, folks, you can't tell, John's background is blurry on purpose.
Yeah, I can.
And then his foreground having the camera makes him stick out more.
It was annoying.
And with me,
getting this.
I have to fuck with camera angles and dimension shit and lighting to get that effect. And even then, it's not that great.
I mean, if I wanted
it's really not that great.
If I wanted to, I could drop my aperture, and then everything would be fucking in focus for the most part.
Yeah. See, can't do that with the webcam.
Yeah, you
can't do that. Well, at least this webcam. But
then the issues are like the cam links, though. The cam link, like I saw, they just came back. Those fuckers are priced at like $230.
Oof.
But that's for the 4K. I have the 1080, but I don't think the 1080 is in production anymore.
Wackadoodle. It would be nice to have that camera, but right now I'm just gonna work with what I got. I got the janky ass cam link. Hopefully that works. I don't know what I'm gonna try to stream. Probably gonna play some OG Mario Kart, see what comes out of it. Maybe some Donkey Kong. I don't know. Because again, I don't know how Nintendo feels about us streaming their games. But
They can be, yeah, I don't know.
I do have to finish Control. And then I'm gonna play through. At the very least, I'm gonna feel my way through Assassin's Creed 1 and see how I feel. You know, see how I feel. But John, do you know what this also means?
Hmm.
Do you know what this also fucking means, John?
No.
It means that we can start playing Jump Force again. And we can get those motherfucking numbers, John. We can get those motherfucking numbers on Jump Force because John, the ultimate pass for Jump Force is on sale right now.
Oh God.
So I'm not saying I'm thinking about it, but I'm saying I thought about it.
Yeah,
you know?
you're saying you thought. I mean,
Bro,
the game.
We can get Bakugo. We can get All Might. We can get Kaiba.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
We can do all these things, John. But we know what the people want, John. We know what the people want. The people want Super Saiyan Goku versus Super Saiyan Vegeta. We know what the people want, John. We got to give the people what they want.
No, what they want is Super Saiyan Goku versus fucking adult Naruto. Go Naruto.
Go Nards.
Adult Naruto fucking all the tails versus Goku. Super Saiyan. That's what they want. That's what they really want.
Or they want Yugi versus Kaiba. Or just... All Might versus Super Saiyan Goku. You know? You know?
If you
feel me?
If you know, you know.
You know, you know. But for real, that fight between me and you as Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta really, really popped off.
It took so many fucking tries. That's why. Like, you were just like, oh, you just do this and you get it. And I'm like, I've done this for like 4 games now. It's not working. Whatever you are saying is like the way to get it. I call bullshit because clearly it's not working.
Man, this fucking sucks. All time. Okay. I'm looking at the TopCup page on Twitch to see if I can find the video of the stream, but does not look like it's happening. The archives might only last for so long.
I think the archives only last for like a few. So I think for certain people it's like 14 days, but others it's more. I don't know. Conveniently though, with XSplit now I'm able to record and stream at the exact same time. So I've been doing that. So everything I stream is getting recorded, and it is quite pleasing. Because if ever I want to use any of that footage, well, I got it.
You got it. Yeah, man. But hopefully, I don't know. I'm gonna give streaming a shot. I told Joel that I miss him streaming, so that he should start streaming, but he's figuring out some internet shit right now.
Right, because he just moved to a new whole location and everything, so he has all that too.
Yeah, but now he has Sonic internet,
which is what you have,
which is awesome. It is the awesomest. And I just learned that my Xbox is the only thing on this side of the house that is on the 5G band.
Oh.
And it's pretty awesome. The other day I had 94 megabit download on my Xbox.
Wait, what? 90? That's it?
I mean, when it came to, I mean, like everything, you know. I mean, if I had the fucking Ethernet cable, I'd be done in minutes.
Yeah, okay, okay. Because I'm like, I can get like 250, and that was before I even upgraded. But
Yeah, no, I might look into that actually.
what do you call it? No, what I'm mainly jealous is your upload speed, because I
Mm.
think you. Do you know what yours is? Have you ever tested it?
Ooh. Let's
Oh,
see
jeez.
what Eero says.
Hero?
Check it out. Yeah, along with Sonic, I have a mesh network for my Wi-Fi, so is pretty fast.
Yeah, because
Um,
right now my download, the most I've gotten it was 960 download speed. But that was like just testing a connection. I wasn't actually downloading anything. Um, I just tested a connection. Um, but upload, I've gotten 30 to 40 megabytes or megabit upload speed, which isn't bad. It's still like 4 times the speed I used to have, and it like for what I want, so much better. I mean, like you've even said that you've noticed ever since I got it, like the quality that you're receiving, because obviously everyone, all of these past videos are being recorded through my end, so they see everything as crisp and clear as I could possibly see it. But everything on your end, before it used to kind of get fuzzy or it'd break up, right?
oh yeah,
But now
yeah,
it's like
definitely.
pretty solid and pretty clear from what I.
Yeah, no, I haven't noticed any pixelation or drop in quality at all. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's pretty solid. I just ran my test. My up overall is 843.
843.
Mm-hmm. Now that does depend on. I mean, that being said, that's my up. That's my up overall. It's gonna depend on devices and how many devices are connected, and because it does prioritize who needs the most bandwidth at the time. So it's
Okay.
it's it's really weird how it works, but either way, everything's fast. Everything's real fucking fast, and it's great.
I can tell.
It's great. Yeah. So hopefully my streaming
Well, with
be really
Ethernet,
good, and it won't drop any. With Ethernet, it'll be fucking phenomenal.
Ethernet on my computer is 950, 960, computer 3040 up. So, fuck you. Look, I'm happy with what it is. I don't think I need anything more than that right now. I mean, yeah, sometimes uploading a file takes a little bit of a while. Um, Compared to like Shadow, whenever I upload any files using that
Mm-hmm.
mine takes about 2 to 3 as twice as long. So I think Shadow can upload a whole video in about 7, 8 minutes. I think
Mm-hmm.
on my end it took about 20 minutes, which is still way bigger or way faster than anything I've ever done. We're talking about I had a I don't even know. It wasn't that big, but it was a decent file. I uploaded it and it worked perfectly fine. Downloading though, perfectly fine. I downloaded like I mean it's not much, it's not like a big brag, but I downloaded something and I got it was a very arbitrary method of download or testing, but I just hit download and at some point I kind of just looked at my phone, looked at the time, looked at the and then looked back at the time. I'm like, huh. And like 1 minute, I downloaded 3 gigs. So I'm just
Damn.
like, that's not bad. I'm happy with 3 gigs a minute. That's
That's not
perfectly.
bad at all.
That's 15 gigs in 5 minutes. So what?
Yeah.
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
Most games, whenever they're like, it's a 15 gig update, I'm just like, all right, bitch, 5 minutes. All right, cool. I'll go
Cool.
make a hot pocket and it'll be
See you
done.
in 5.
See you in 5. Yeah. So yeah, no. Upload speed is what you're gonna mainly benefit from if you want to do them streams. I mean, other than having a powerful computer and like all that stuff. But
Mm.
yeah, I mean, like as soon as I uploaded, I managed to go push my upload from 3 kilobits per second to the max that Twitch allows, or 300 kilobits. So 3 megabytes.
Okay. I was
Three
like,
megabytes.
John, are you okay?
No, 3 megabytes to 6 megabytes. And the reason for that is Twitch says, or online, I don't know, but basically it's like if you're going to be streaming, your upload speed should be I think it's like 2/3 of whatever your normal internet is, or
Mhm.
1/3, something like that. It basically should be a decent chunk, um, for any ups and downs. So if you're running, say you want to get 6, that means you want like a upload speed of at least 20, or 18, I guess technically,
Mhm.
um, just so that way to be in the clear because other people might connect. That might split up the internet. There might be
Yeah.
hiccups. So I mean, for me, I when I did it, everything seemed fine. I did a little test stream of Minecraft Dungeons, and it was. I mean, on my end, everything looked nice. I was monitoring on my phone. I was like, dude, this looks so fucking good. It looks so fucking good. I was happy. I
I
was happy.
didn't realize that we would talk so much about the internet.
Crazy how I do.
It's crazy how we do. You know what else is crazy, John?
Huh.
Our sponsors.
Yep.
No, space, man.
Oh, space is crazy.
Space is real fucking crazy. You know what happened recently in space? We sent 2 people into space by a private company.
And the ship landed.
Well, as far as we know,
It
as
landed.
far as we know, because I was watching that fucking broadcaster, right? And so the rockets went up. The Falcon, what were the Falcon 9s, right?
Mm.
Falcon 9s, the SpaceX crafted and tested rockets, thruster rockets or booster rockets. I don't even know what they are.
Rockets. Mm.
Rockets were designed to go up, and in the old days, shit would just drop into the ocean. It's pretty much fucked. It's a one and go. It's one and done kind of thing.
Right.
But these Falcon rockets are supposed to go up and then land themselves
Mhm.
via rockets and computers and shit onto platforms out in the ocean. So when they did the initial tests and stuff a couple years ago, like we see these things like land themselves, and it's fucking cool. And then now, we had a launch of
The first manned launch. Yeah.
yeah, first man launch since like 2011. Um, and that's fucking wild. I remember watching that. Like
The the
I
11.
remember watching that. Yeah, the one in 2011. And I was like, fucking A, man. Sending people into space and shit. That's cool. Like space is crazy. Like ah, but but then we see the footage of this launch, and the Falcon 9 missiles are coming down, and it's like, all right, we're gonna go over to the landing pad for the Falcon missile or the Falcon rockets, and it goes and it shows, and you like see things start shaking, and then the feed cuts out,
Mm-hmm.
comes back like 5 seconds later, and the rockets landed. It's like, wow,
You were like,
wow. I
"Huh?
I am questioning things now.
Was that
Like
cloud
that's
there?
dirty.
Was that cloud there before? Was it not
Is that
there?"
the same bird? Same bird?
Just say that guy was wearing green earlier, and now he's wearing blue. Just like a lot of like, I don't. Hmm. A little bit of a little bit of
Is
sus right there.
that what that shadow was? Is that what that shadow was? I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. Yeah, but yeah, it was really stupid. It was probably the funniest part of that launch
Hmm.
was all right. We're gonna go see the rockets land themselves again. Footage. It landed. Ah!
It's like, we might have put the camera a little bit too close. It's like, okay,
But it landed.
it landed. I mean, like, I'll trust that it landed. I like. There is nothing wrong with it actually landing. If it landed, that's
Mhm.
a good thing. It actually being successfully landed means it's a good thing because that means we can start doing this, and you know, it means we're one step closer to having spaceships that can actually land
Spaceships.
themselves and not just go
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Hey, it went up," and that's it. And
I was
then we
actually
spend
I was
another billion something fucking dollars Build another one.
I was actually talking to Alma about how very, very, very fucking cool um uh aerial travel is when you are able to enter the atmosphere,
Mhm.
right? So I was trying to talk to her about it. I think fuck, what was it about? I don't know. I might have been watching X-Men or some shit. But I was like, it's fucking, it's insane how this works because a vehicle that can enter the atmosphere and come back down is faster than um a vehicle that's just flying like a regular airplane or private jet or anything across the country. And when we were watching the launch, I was right next to her, and uh they mentioned when the rocket was going up, it was maybe 5 minutes after launch, I think, maybe 7 minutes after launch. But they started in Florida,
Mhm.
right, for the SpaceX Center. They started in Florida. 5 7 minutes later, they're like, and the crew of the whatever the fuck mission is now passing over North Carolina. I was like, that's so far up the fucking United States, and they got there in 7 minutes. If they were to come back down, just go into North Carolina, it would take 14 minutes, maybe even faster, for them to travel from Florida, the very bottom of the fucking country, to North Carolina, the top of the fucking country.
Yeah,
That
no.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, no. And then like it's essentially it's not even like it went boop boop or boop boop boop. It's more
Mm-hmm.
like we kind of went up, and in the amount of time that we went up, everything just kind of turned naturally,
Mm-hmm.
and now we just happen to be here. You know, so it's not even like like they could literally just go straight up, and the natural orbit of the Earth will
Mm-hmm.
already put them at a different location. Um, but yeah, no, it's space travel is pretty cool, and
It's fucking fascinating.
yeah, no, and like that's what I was saying. I think the one of the cool things is like to anyone's like, oh, I mean, like this is just another spaceship that went in the air, like, so what? And I was like, well, I mean, it's a little bit more than that. One, if the rockets actually worked, that means we actually sent a spaceship, uh, that landed itself, and now theoretically we can use the same one and not have to spend another $1 billion
Mm-hmm.
to rebuild it. Maybe a couple hundred million to repair it if it needs repairs or whatever, but not completely build a whole new one. And
Mm-hmm.
not only that, this is also uh, is it aerospace company or just space company? Either one in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is not funded by the country or the
Yeah,
government.
by the government.
So it's a
Yeah.
private owned, and
Mm-hmm.
that hasn't been done. All these spaceship flights or space flights that you see in our history books, which is a weird thing to say, all
Yeah,
of
it's
that
still.
happened, and it was like countries that are funding it. Like Russia or China or
United
the
States
United States. Yeah, like they're the ones that like it's like the government space company.
government space program.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And this is like the first one where like a company's like, nah, we're going to do this on our own. Like again, they might have had a little bit of funding or something from the government,
Mm-hmm.
sure, but like the fact is they're not a government owned and ran company. This is straight up their own private company. And you don't have to be like, oh, but my tax dollars. No, 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 no. It was your Tesla dollars, maybe.
Your Tesla dollar.
Buy a Tesla. There you go. But no, I think that is probably one of the cooler wins in my eyes. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
we proved that hey, you're not the only ones that can do that. We have
Privatized space travel.
privatized space travel. That means that there are people that are willing to invest in a company enough to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And it's really interesting, man, because this is a first step for a lot of things when it comes to I think just space travel in general. I mean, when we talk about the Falcon rockets, like these things landing themselves was a huge fucking win, and the fact that we can still do it. I mean, almost 10 years later, yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm sure the development of the technology has gotten farther, but anything more than this rocket can land itself doesn't really appeal to many people, but to like folks that are interested in like the scientific community and all this, that's fucking mind-blowing. Because like to talk to just a regular person that doesn't really give a fuck, like you can point them to Star Wars. It's like you see how the Millennium Falcon or the
Literally
Slave
anything.
One and literally any of the ships go up by themselves and then come down and land, and you don't have to make another one to do it. You can keep using the same ship. This is the first step to that shit.
Imagine a Millennium Falcon that they had to. Like, how do you land? It doesn't.
Land.
That's what the parachutes are for. Jump out.
Said anything about landing? You jump out once we get into zero G space, and you hope for the best.
Yeah. And especially like you would think for anyone that's like, oh, that's nothing important. I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like now if they can do it, that means that like the bigger companies can also do it. And if they can do it and they don't have to spend as much money rebuilding the ship, that means less tax money from you. That's a win. Again, I just like the idea of, once I'm all for, I don't care who does it in the end, but I'm all for any little thing that makes it a little bit closer to us getting spaceships. Like real spaceships, like boop, 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 like up, down.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that, slip space kind of shit.
Oh.
I understand
a
that.
long time, buddy.
I understand that might be a little bit, take them like another 7 years or so, but
7. Yeah. All right.
but I'm hoping, I'm hoping.
You're hoping. Well, John, it seems like we're gonna get a military force to defend space before any of that. Which is hilarious because it's so stupid. But the thing that's even dumber, yet more like poetic justice, is that the president wanted his program for space called Space Force. Yes. Well, we also know that Steve Carell and a bunch of other funny fucking people decided to make a show mocking that idiot, which is just a natural thing to do. And it's called Space Force. And it is just, I don't know if you've seen any of it. I've seen the first 2-3 episodes, I think, but the whole thing is just a satire. And it's just making fun of Trump's idea for the Space Force and shit. And it's enjoyable. I mean, it's not the funniest thing in the world, but it's enjoyable. I think it's still like number 1 on Netflix right now.
Oh, is it?
Perhaps. But I just passed an article before the show started saying that Netflix claimed the trademark on that on the name Space Force. And they so they reportedly secured the trademark rights. This is coming from CNET.com. Hi, Brie. Netflix has reportedly secured the trademark rights in Europe, Australia, Mexico, and elsewhere for Space Force.
That's Brianna's mask.
It looks like a dick.
Like, I tell her, I'm like, it takes a certain amount of balls to walk around out there with this as your mask.
It looks like you're wearing panties.
Why is that? I don't know. It's not really. I'm just saying, like, I can't do that. I personally have such a hard time. Like, that's why, like, I just, I have a little black mask. Just simple. I don't have to worry about any designs. I mean, as it is, I'm actually not a big fan of, designs and stuff like that. I like the little
I don't know.
minimal
I
kind
think
of
my
list.
favorite part of wearing it is whenever I see kids like tell their mom, "Mom, look at her mask." Like, yeah, pretty cool.
Say, yeah, keep walking, sweetie. Keep walking.
Wait,
Run faster.
where's the? This is hold on. Wait, can you grab the one I like wearing? I think it might be up there. No, it was in my pants. Damn. Oh, it's in that pants up there.
Right.
See, Brianna's wearing that one. That one's fine. That one's like, mommy, look at that. Look at how it looks. You know, and it's like, that's cool. The one I like to wear though, yeah, it should be left pocket. There's nothing there. Fuck. Damn it.
Sucks to suck.
I don't know where it is. No, it's in here somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, it might. Oh, that pants. Wrong pants. This is the one I like wearing because if the kid sees it, let the parents see it. Doesn't matter who, but whoever recognizes it, that's where I'm like, yeah.
Gross.
I just like the little drool. And hey, maybe they were asleep, and they're waking up. But like I think we all know what this is about.
PG, John, PG.
PG. Hey, TopCup's not PG. But
Parental guilt.
TopCup is not
Parental guilt.
Hey, TopCup is not PG. We have to say that, Bree. Remember?
TopCup is not made for children.
It is not made for children, Brianna. I don't want Google coming over going like, hey, this you can fine us $1,000-something. Yeah, I know. No, that's their starting rate. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But
to finish the thought, yeah, Netflix kind of gave the government the finger by taking that trademark for the fucking show, and it's hilarious. And God bless him. God bless him. Truly. God.
Right. That reminds me of
yeah.
something
Speaking of rights.
Your segues are so fucking weird today. Just like meow.
Well, because every time I try to naturally progress into it, you're like, yeah, well, and then we start talking for 15 minutes. I'm like, son of a bitch, John. I could have segued into this shit 3 different times.
Excuse me. Okay. Excuse.
Just funny because this is your episode. Look, you should be doing the segue.
Okay. First of all, while I agree, I think it's only because there are some things that I was like, we could actually keep going. Because, I remembered about when we were talking about streaming that there was a whole fucking clusterfuck that happened yesterday and into today. And it's affecting everyone. It's because Twitch redid their whole copyright stuff. And so a bunch of people and streamers were getting hit by that ban hammer super fucking hard. Not really, but people were getting hit with DMCA strikes. Apparently Warner Brothers, like, I guess, got more rights or a hold of a lot more rights. So they essentially were just like, hey, let's just start. Everyone's at home. Everyone's watching streams. Let's get this money from people that no one really watches because we're a shitty company that just wants to try to make it sound like they're relevant. But yeah, I'm like, it's fun, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm going to get banned because I played a fucking T.I. song in 2017 for like 3 minutes or 2 minutes and in a hour-long stream or in a 5-hour-long stream. Sure, okay, that's cool. But that was it.
Dope.
I was, just wanted to say, but my bad. But yes, getting into our rights, Daniel.
So Netflix just recently, or I don't know who put it out. I think it might have just been someone actually on top of the news, unlike us, because it's their job. But
they get paid for it. Yeah.
We recently seen that the deal between Marvel and Netflix for the rights to Daredevil and other characters are going to be up soon for or at least for Marvel to get the at least for Marvel to get the what is it? Filming rights? I mean, I'm trying to find the article here. I should
something.
really had it. But yeah, for Marvel to have the rights back to Daredevil. And so the deal there was that they couldn't be used for 2 years after the deal was struck.
Mhm.
In any type of visual media. Which really sucks because the Netflix Daredevil show was phenomenal. Season 2 is mixed reviews. I liked it. Season 3 ended on a really hard note, and it was great.
Season 2 was definitely the slower of the two, but for as much as it built up, I think was fine because it made season 3 pay off so much better.
Mhm.
I think, like, yeah, season 3, it was just like every 2 episodes was just like, bam, bomb drop, bomb drop,
Mhm.
bomb drop, little tiny bomb drop, big bomb drop.
And for those of you who haven't seen the Netflix Daredevil show, you should I would say at least give season 1 a chance.
There is,
And
yeah,
with a lot of these short order series kind of things, you got to take it with a little bit of grain of salt because the story kind of picks up somewhere about halfway through the season, but it's still really good.
it is
It's
a
still really good
solid.
leading up.
It is a
Leading up to it.
solid show through and through. From
Yeah.
if you're a fan of just how things are shot and lit, wonderful. Its choreography and fight scenes, wonderful. The
Costume
costume design was fucking awesome. The actors all fit their role really well, and they sell their characters really fucking well. And the story is, while some maybe it's sometimes could be a little bit the most lacking of of everything, they still keep you on your toes a good amount of the time. And when anything happens, like as like a big climactic thing, you feel it. You feel it. You're just like, fuck yes, because he is in reality, he's just a blind dude, and that's it. That knows how to fight, and that's it. He's not Superman. He's not, and like they do their best to remind you that he doesn't have superpowers. His senses are stupidly heightened, but he is not immune.
Yeah, no. He gets his ass handed to him on a regular basis. But it's fascinating, man, because the character of Daredevil is such an interesting story about perseverance. Because as a kid he gets blinded, his father gets killed, and he still pursues justice the way he feels like he needs to. Because on the side he is a lawyer. He does believe in the law, but he does also realize, like many other superheroes, many vigilantes and stuff, he does realize that it has to be there are things that the law can't do. And of course is the whole justice is blind joke, and it's the whole thing. But no, I found the article right here. So from IGN, says due to the nature of the contract between Netflix and Marvel, the latter being Netflix, or rather the latter Marvel, isn't able to use characters like Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones until 2 years after the show's cancellations, which were canceled in November of 2018. So by the end of the year, in November of this year, Marvel will be able to use those characters again. And don't get me wrong, Netflix shows regarding, well, the Netflix shows regarding Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones, all of those season ones hit fucking hard. And they were amazing shows to the point where we were super stoked and may or may not have used a VPN to watch it a couple hours early.
Jesus.
But Jessica Jones season 1 is phenomenal. Luke Cage season 1 is a fucking masterpiece. Daredevil season 1 was just the one that kicked it all off, and it did so well. It was the Iron Man of these fucking Netflix shows.
Jessica Jones, I never got into, but I recognize does a really great job at making, like, what say more mental like play at villainy or whatever it is. But that one does really fucking well. Luke Cage does really fucking well at making you really question whether or not you truly hate a villain.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no,
that,
they did.
that
They
is a
played really hard with
yeah,
that.
that's one thing I will admit to Luke Cage. I like the show. It was really good. But the way they set up their villain, like there were times where you're just like, I, I, I understand. Like, but you're supposed to
Yeah.
be a bad guy. What the hell? But yeah, no.
Yeah, it's
They all did really
it's
well.
wild. Yeah, so by November of this year, Marvel should be getting those rights back for the video representations of these characters, which means it doesn't necessarily mean these shows are coming back the way they were, which really sucks because they were fantastic shows.
I don't understand.
I was whatever about Jessica Jones season 2. It was not very, very great for me, but I hear season 3 was a lot better.
I don't understand most of it that these companies do because a lot of times I'm just like, you're just self sabotaging. Like, do you like? I granted that at the time we're writing the contracts, I understand that they don't know how well these shows are going to be taken off and stuff like that. But like, to companies that do stuff that just like, look, you're probably better off just keeping the contract the way it is. It goes back to the whole like Spider-Man thing. Like, I get why Sony was so adamant on like, hey, we want Spider-Man back. You know, they saw he was pulling in money, and
Spider-Man has always been a moneymaker.
Yeah, and
There's
like
no going around that.
And I get that they were just like, yo, we need to get us some of that. But at the same time, I'm just like, dude, look, no, we hit a solid note. And now you're essentially trying to deprive the fans of that. And you can't promise the exact same like style you can't promise the same quality or better. And because of that, people aren't going to give a shit. People are going to hate you for depriving them of this. And because of that, you're just screwing yourself over. And I mean, granted, that's pretty much what happened. You know, Sony eventually was like, okay, we'll work something out. I was like, yeah, of course you're going to have to work something out.
Yes,
because
you're going to work something out.
Was going to watch your fucking, like, people were going to watch Spider-Man. I'm not going to say they weren't. But it was clear that there were going to be problems that people would have if it never worked out. Because, like, wouldn't that have meant he wouldn't have been in Infinity War and Endgame? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely would have meant that.
Imagine those movies without Spider-Man.
I mean, most of Endgame was without Spider-Man, so I can imagine that.
Right.
But having Infinity War without Spider-Man, and because a big portion of that is having the portion of the movie that has Spider-Man, seeing the Iron Spider, all of that stuff, his relationship with Tony, of course, and then losing Peter. Spoilers for Infinity War and Endgame if you haven't watched it for some reason. Then losing Peter, being the last person to go, and then just dying and dusting in Tony's arms
and selling it in such a way.
Oh man. And then the thing that pays it off is when he swings back in. He's like one of the last people to swing in, and you see the crowd goes fucking insane.
Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah, not having those moments in those movies would have been tragic, especially if we got a taste of him in Civil War, and then we got Spider-Man Homecoming, and then no Spider-Man.
Yeah, because that's what I'm just saying. Like, when I'm like, I understand you want your money and you have the rights. It's your character. I get that, but you have to realize what you're doing. Would you rather want $20% of a couple billion fucking dollars, or 80% of a few million? You choose.
Take the deal, guys.
Take the deal.
See the same thing kind of happened with Fox prior to the Disney buyout. For years, people were just like, Fox, just give up Fantastic Four. It's like, look, you were dying, you were hanging by a thread with X-Men because, I mean, Wolverine Origins. Let's be real, guys. That
Not the
movie should
greatest.
not exist. And then they started hitting their stride a little more with X-Men, like First Class and stuff, like moving forward. And then the Wolverine and everything after that was a lot better. The Fantastic Four, oof. Like I have a special place in my heart for the original 2 movies. They were really fun. I still stand by the Silver Surfer being a great representation of that character. Maybe not representation, I should say.
Adaption.
But yeah, it was fantastic, and what they did with his abilities and stuff were great. Because that was our first like taste of cosmic power in the Marvel sort of universe.
Right, because everything was pretty much just surface or city level. It didn't get much out there.
Yeah. But when that ended, and then the MCU started picking up a lot more traction, I was just like, why don't we see these fucking things in the actual Marvel Cinematic Universe? Like, why don't we see Fantastic Four and shit? And then I started learning about rights. Wow.
I just see like a little tiny fuzzy tail right here.
She's just screaming over here. Visitor? Oh my god.
Cute cat.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want to stream with a camera pointing straight down. Little cat cam.
Little cat cam. Look at BB.
Look at Olive.
Wow. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Imagine she just lets one out. A big ol' meow, like right into the mic.
She's freaking out now. Go.
But yeah, no. Yeah, no. Again, like I said, I understand why a lot of these companies make the decisions they do, and like want to hold on to certain things, certain forms of revenue, with characters and licensing and all that. But like,
just let it go sometimes, guys. Like,
yeah,
you got to realize when something's a lost cause, because I'm sorry, I just finished my thought on the Fantastic Four.
right.
I think maybe 4 years, maybe a couple more after the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie came out and turned Galactus into a cloud for some stupid fucking reason, probably budget, or Jessica Alba's spray tan. We got Josh Trank's Fantastic Four, with the 4 replacing the second A in Fantastic. That was an abomination on several scales, and that
Abomination's Hulk.
no, right. That was a fucking travesty.
Okay.
This movie was a fucking travesty, and even Josh Trank thinks so. And poor guy, it was so bad to the point where he had to just straight up go off the grid for a while.
Damn.
And like, when you do that to someone, just like get rid of the IP. It's losing you more money than it's getting you. Just give it to who's doing it right. Marvel's doing it right. Disney's doing it right.
Yeah.
Just fucking just let it go.
My
Let
thing
it go.
is like, what do you gain from essentially turning your company anti-consumer when the only way you pretty much make your money is consumer? like look at PlayStation and Sony. A lot of Sony's choices, they're just, it's like the thing that is so infuriating is, yes, they're still gonna make money, but it's just like, it sucks because like you have a company over here going like, hey, we're gonna keep trying to make it so every game plays on the new device. Don't think of this a new device as a new whatever the fuck. Think of it as a better version of the one that you currently have, but they're both able to do the same shit. You want to play Halo? You can play fucking Halo. This one will just look nicer. Done. Whereas,
There it is.
allegedly, because I haven't looked much into it, but I've been told that PlayStation is just like, nope. If it's for PlayStation 5, it's for PlayStation 5. That was on my end. Sorry, that's Katie.
Okay.
Katie
I was like,
and-
what in the fuck?
No, that's Kitty and Brianna. I think they're doing something either with animals or she's playing games.
Okay, because I have a new roommate here, and I was like, what the fuck is going on out there?
No,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I have no idea. But anyway,
Continue.
yeah, no, like apparently, like Sony is like, no, only if it's made for the PlayStation 5, it's for the PlayStation 5, and like all upcoming games are going to be made exclusively for the PlayStation 5 or something like that. So it's just like, so what's the point of my PlayStation 4? To play
Yeah.
all your PlayStation 4 games and only your PlayStation 4 games, or I guess the games that are available to be played
Mhm.
on their PS Plus or whatever. It's just like moves like that. Then like things like with their cloud, I'm not a big fan of. Like, you mean to tell
Yeah,
me
no, it's
I have to pay in order for my game to save online when everything is online? Are you fucking kidding me? I can't fucking play Spider-Man. I was halfway done with that game, but it wasn't on my fucking PlayStation. So I lost all that data. But if I pay like 10, 20 fucking dollars a month, then I can fuck you. Fuck you. It's so annoying. Yeah, whereas you have like Xbox, and I'm not trying to say I'm Xbox or I'm PlayStation. I'm just saying I'm just looking at it from a consumer standpoint, and the choices they're making, the decisions they're making are fucking stupid. That's it. That's pretty much it.
yeah, and I mean we've had the conversation of like how much power fans have nowadays, and it's a very, very scary amount. But you got to listen to the fans, man. Like I don't
Unless,
know what goes on in these meetings, like I don't know, with rights meetings, budgetary meetings, what, but at some point you gotta start looking, because a lot of the people that are creating this content are fans for
especially yeah,
particular things and for particular reasons,
especially
and
on
they
IPs that have been around for a long time, that it's
Mhm.
been generational. For
Yeah,
the ones that grew
and
up on it, you know, they hold these titles, characters, and everything to a very special place in their heart.
mhm.
So, it sucks. Like, I'm sure they don't want to be pushing out a bad, like, whatever. They don't want to give everyone else something bad. They want to give people what they grew up with. Like, hey, I want to give you Sonic the way I saw Sonic because I loved Sonic growing up.
Mhm.
So when you have a company that kind of makes them look kind of fucking shitty and everyone shits on it, you have to just sit there and go like, the fuck, you
I
know?
still can't understand what happened there,
I
but
have no idea.
it got fixed in one of the very rare occasions where people bitched and they're like, okay, give us a few months. And it was worth it. It's definitely worth it.
I'm so happy people didn't bitch too much. No, I'm not gonna work, Izzy. Fuck you. If she ever sees this, you're okay, Izzy. I just mean I'm.
Just not now.
Just not now.
I was gonna say, fuck. Like I understand not wanting to give into to every piece of skepticism out there, and every piece of harsh judgment out there, and understand like people can't just have that power to make changes for something that you've worked months, probably years on. But sometimes you really got to see like the overwhelming majority, and it's like, I mean, of course, in a sea of praise, the bullshit's gonna shine out a lot
Right.
more, you know.
That's the things you
Um,
remember. Yeah. And
yeah, it's the negative response that you remember more than the praise, and it really sucks that the mind and really just people work that way. Um, but sometimes, yeah, you got to look at the overwhelming positive majority
Mhm.
that suggests change, and just like try your best to do it. And sometimes that costs a lot of fucking money.
I forget what it was. This is slightly a tangent, but when you were saying the negativity, it reminded me. I don't remember who I was watching, but somebody put it in a pretty decent way. It was like a spin on that one quote that everyone puts, which is like, "It takes so many more muscles in the human face
Yeah.
to make a
To
frown
smile, yeah, to
or
frown than it
than
is
a
to
smile."
smile.
Yeah, someone said I was watching someone. They said that, and they're like, "Yeah, but." It takes, I don't know the phrase, so I can't do it as well. But he basically said that, and then he's like, but the only way to work out a muscle is by using it more often. Or stuff like that. Or like, the only way you can make a muscle stronger is by
Mhm.
like exercising it. So I'm okay
Mhm.
with frowns or some shit because they make you a better person. Or whatever the fuck, or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good way to see it, I guess.
Interesting.
Little tangent, sorry.
That's funny.
But yeah, basically,
Fuck, I feel like
companies stop doing stupid company things.
yeah, I mean, I understand that there are
Please.
backroom shit, board meeting shit, budgetary shit that we
Yeah.
just don't understand. But you know, if you can make that relevant or make that like accessible to us, it's like, look, this is really like, and don't do it fucking months after the project comes out. Like,
Yeah.
again, I understand there's PR shit, backroom shit. Like I know there's a lot, but you know, in some fucking fashion, be like, hey, this is what we wanted. And honestly, you guys weren't watching the show enough, so we had to cancel it. And or we weren't getting a lot of good reaction to this character, so we had to change it. It's like, or take them out. Like there are reasons these things happen, but if it were to be somehow made more understandable to the public, then okay, I would be more accepting.
I wonder how that would turn out if like a company was a lot more vocal and straightforward with shit. Why'd you kill so and so? Because no one fucking liked the character. What do you mean?
No one fucking liked him.
We had a
Do you remember?
straw. We did a
Do you remember what happened last? Do you remember what happened last season? Do you remember what happened last season?
It's
And
like,
then all of a sudden he's gone this season, and we fucked up. Like, what do you want?
why'd you guys kill Jet? Well, you didn't like him in the first place. I don't know.
He was a dick.
It's just like
Someone had to die.
It's like one of those things where like, um, relating to you. But why did you kill Robin? Bitch, we asked, you voted. That's why.
We can't see who's making the fucking phone calls. We made the call after we got all the votes. And then we figured out that it was a guy. It's fucking bumfuck nowhere. I think somewhere in the fucking middle of America, just spamming phone calls with dozens of phones. Like, we didn't know this. All right. Investigations happen after the fact. He's dead, but we'll bring him back. Don't worry.
But that's what I mean. Like, I would love for companies to be a little bit more vocal about that stuff. I wonder how things would turn out if it's just like, so why did you guys get rid of so-and-so character? Because everyone online hated him. The fuck? And not just like hate him, but like actually just think he's not a great character. He does nothing for the show. He's kind of boring. Blah blah blah. Not just like I hate this guy. He's so horrible, but fuck, he's a cool character. You know? No, not that. Not like some Joffrey shit. You know, where he's a huge scumbag piece of shit. You hate this character, but god damn it, does this make this show a little bit more entertaining? But like that's fine. But when you have a character that's just like, why are you even wasting animation on this one character? Like, why are you wasting budget on this character that is literally doing nothing for the show? Now, I understand this actor is giving it their all. That's fine. And to you, respect. But that one car or that one scene could use a little bit more CGI work. And guess what? We really didn't need that fourth person there. That's all we're saying.
We're saying, guys. That's all we're saying. Just take them out. Put more work into that scene. Everyone's happy.
If you kill him brutally, you might see a spike in viewership. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna off him, do it on screen.
Yeah, and then there are those people that are just like, excuse me, Mr. Pokemon. Why is Ash still 10 years old? I've been watching Ash since I was 4. I'm 24. Why is Ash still 10 years old? And they're like, motherfucker, because we're not making Pokemon for you. We're making Pokemon for the other 4-year-olds as you are growing. And guess what to the 4-year-olds that are watching it now? Ash is still 10. When you are fucking dying. Congratulations. You learned some hard truths today, boys.
It's like, no. See, we had a vision when we created Pokemon. We were going to make it for the 5-year-olds. Oh, the 5-year-olds at the time? No. The 5-year-olds. Specifically, no matter when, but only the 5-year-olds. And only them. So if you watch it and you're 6, it wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you guys. It was just for the 5-year-olds.
It was for the 5-year-olds. It's okay if you see it, but just know we didn't give a shit.
We didn't give a shit.
We know we know we did an episode with where they celebrated his birthday. That was just to tease you. That was just
was that this timeline?
Who knows?
Huh? Did you watch Celebi? Did you watch Pokemon Forever? I don't know. Could be time travel. Shit's crazy, man.
What would you do if Pokemon just came out and just like time travel?
Travel.
Remember that one movie, Celebi? There you go. Stop asking.
Remember how Celebi showed up 2 other times? Yeah.
Time travel.
Timelines, man. Time travel.
He met Dialga, didn't he? Yeah.
Separate universe.
Pokemon of time. Space.
What? Why isn't there Mega Evolution anymore? Time travel.
Time travel. Different universe.
Why does Ash never remember a legendary Pokemon?
Time travel.
Time travel. Different universe.
God.
Oh, that'd be rough.
Just like
how did we get so far off from Daredevil?
I don't know. Because they started talking about rights that companies have for their characters and how they sometimes misuse characters, and it only is usually sometimes only as a detriment to themselves, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That fly has been bugging you all day.
Oof. Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's a good place to go out.
I think that is, yeah. All right, Daniel.
So books.
No. No.
No, another time.
Daniel always has like a topic or two that's like maybe next episode, and then we as in me, but I'm always here going like, sure, Daniel, sure, buddy, maybe next episode, maybe.
But until next episode,
vote on it. Shut up.
Vote on it.
My God, it's supposed to be my episode. You're over here.
I know.
Segueing your own. God, you know what you can do? You can do all those segues on your episode next week. But this week, it's mine, and this week is now over. Thank you all so much for watching another episode of the TopCup podcast, a weekly conversational podcast where 2 butts get together and talk other butts. If you liked what you saw, consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, whatever. You're on the tubes if you saw this. But if you did not see us, and you saw this with your ears instead,
you're a bet.
I don't know what the other ones are. Follow on Spotify? Follow on Spotify on all of them. Subscribe, whatever. Follow us on all those.
How about you rate us? If you're on like Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, rate us.
Ratings are nice.
Ratings are nice. I know
Be
when that window
active.
pops up and you're just like later or not now
Not now.
or never again. Just maybe take a second and be like, you know what? 4 stars. 3.5, 3.8, 4 stars.
Kara, rate us never again. Okay, we'll ask you later. No. The show. Never again.
Never again. Show
But
me
yes.
this.
If you liked what you saw, consider subscribing, liking, following, whatever it is. Give us a rating, whatever. Any feedback is appreciated. If you want to follow us on our social medias, you can find all links down below. But for the most part, Daniel, you can find him at Your Buddy Danny on all social medias. You can find me at Klingmite on everything other than Instagram, I want to say.
Yep.
And Instagram is just my regular name, John Avitas. And then TopCup, you can find us at TopCup pretty much everything except for Instagram, where it's TopCup Vids, right?
TopCup Vids for Twitter and Instagram, but they'll
Okay.
be there.
But either way,
I need to make a lower third for the channel.
yeah, you don't have one for the channel, huh?
No.
Well, we don't always plug the channel, though. I feel like that's like the thing that you should do. Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you again so much for watching, Daniel.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Will you know?
Yeah.
Join us next week for our 50th episode.
Fuck.
50th episode, where possibly old faces will join us. Possibly.
Possibly.
But
But
we'll
if
see how
not,
it goes.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And when will you get that episode? Who knows? But you'll get it. Anyway.
Also, John,
Yes.
one more note.
Yes.
Did you know that we just passed the year mark for our first video going up on YouTube? We Expose Ourselves is now a year old as of June 6th.
Oh yeah. Right.
Our highest viewed episode because it says in the title that we expose ourselves. You nasty
We
fucks.
really should work on our clickbait and our thumbnail.
We should. We
Make
should.
them
I
more-
mean,
I think. Well, the
when you see-
thumbnails can't really do much about them.
yeah. See 2 guys in the thumbnail. It's not gonna draw much attention.
Well, hey, that's not my job. That's your job. GG, buddy. But anyways, yes. Thank you, because yes, we have now passed our first year recording and our first upload. That was back in March, at the end of March 25th, 27th, somewhere around there. And yeah, apparently this has been a full year for our first upload. And I know towards the end it got a little sporadic, but for any of you that hung in there, thank you. We appreciate it. Hopefully, honestly, hopefully going forward it should be a lot better. Or a lot more, the schedules have been freed up thanks to classes and the Rona. But, you know. But, yeah. Next week, 50th video. And Daniel
50th
gets to host it. I mean,
Or 50th episode, rather.
50th episode. I mean, that's fine. He can host it. He wasn't there for the first episode, so I guess he gets this one. Whatever. I'm just but anyway.
I mean, we can just let Joel do it if you want to keep bitching about it.
Nah, you know what? I'll see. You know what, Daniel? I'll let you host. You know what? I give you permission. Daniel, I'll see you next week.
See you, man.
And all
Love
of
you
you guys, bye.